now entering the ring, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 150 pounds and trained by Jamie Crozen and Ashley Pryor, Molly Reese.
So, fun fact. All right, so my walkout song, for those of you that want to know at home, and no one does,
Zero.
it was Long Tall Sally.
This slaps.
And this is...
Dude, I don't care. No one's having more fun tonight than Molly Reese. Watch her. Molly Reese coming out to, of course, good golly.
So Molly's
Miss
unattached, meaning her corner has a coach's passbook, but they're not associated with any USA Boxing
Yeah,
gym.
if they show up, where are they, dude? I don't see him in the corner. She's just coming out solo, man. Molly doesn't care, bro.
Please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 150 pounds, fighting out of Malik Jackson Fitness Boxing and trained by Malik Jackson and Enzo Siciliano, Paige Mollineaux.
Aaron leaned into that one, huh?
He did.
Mollineaux.
I also like Enzo Siciliano. He hits him with the Enzo Siciliano.
Hey, Enzo.
Bubbly boobly.
Enzo Siciliano. Paige Mollineaux, 5'5", 150 pounds.
Equally
Molly
excited.
Reese. They're just happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Sorry to interrupt your tail of tape, Marco.
Yeah, Molly
Go on.
Reese, 5'6", 150 pounds. They're very comfortable, both 32 years old. Molly's a PhD student. Paige is in event marketing.
We've already had what I consider to be the fight of the night in that previous bout. What I'll say is this might be the fun of the night.
Yeah.
Both women are very excited to be here. They look like they are ready to have a good time. Let's see if that translates into a whirlwind of violence. Have we seen this official tonight?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
on earlier. Fantastic official. So we're on the back nine. Bout number 7. We're halfway through the card. Very, very, very fantastic bout sheet. Andrew and Julie and Mark Avery, they do an unbelievable job
It is
matchmaking.
a
They just
brutal
do
job, though,
It's
man.
so hard.
You know, you get these entrants, you know, they're selected, and you kind of eyeball them, you know, just, you know, numbers on a piece of paper. Then you have to match them. But in order to get competitive bouts, it's impossibly difficult, and they always do an excellent job. So right off the bat, Molly is the aggressor, pressing forward. Paige posting a little bit with that lead hand, kind of measuring, making room. It looks like she's being cautioned for extending that arm. By
Yeah,
the
so
official.
our gym we call it posting, but they'll call it measuring. You're not allowed to extend an arm unless you're throwing a punch.
And the way it's defined in the big book of boxing, it says punching with the weight of the
Weight
shoulder.
of your shoulder, yeah.
Very similar in builds and ability. I did see Paige's knees buckle a little bit there. Okay, it is an 8 count.
It's funny because her legs look like they buckled a little bit, but I wasn't sure why.
It almost looked like a non-contact.
Yeah, like an ACL. Like
yeah,
deal.
yeah. She looks fine now. Oh, she landed a great hand, right hand coming in with Molly. Paige having a little bit of difficulty really like snapping her punches right now. I think Molly's pressure is really throwing Paige off her game.
Yeah.
Paige is having a little bit of trouble setting.
And Molly, it's funny, they're comparable in size. Molly seems to really just kind of be rushing and bullying. Good right hand by Molly there.
Yeah. When Paige is able to be front foot heavy and the aggressor, she has a lot more success.
I'll tell you, I wonder if Molly almost looks like she's kind of gassing out already. Could that be possible?
It's possible. I mean, you know it as well as I know it. This stage presents such an incredible opportunity for adrenaline dumps. You know what I mean? So she absolutely could be tired. She's definitely more measured in her approach, no doubt about that. She's not pressing the same way she did. And Paige,
Yeah, good 1-2 by Paige.
is having
Paige,
a lot
Paige
more
has
success.
a really, really linear, like a bladed stance. She's very, very sideways, which can be good and bad. Like less surface area, but
A competitive first round thus far. I think what you're going to see is
you got to give it to Molly just from aggression alone.
Yeah, but with fights like this, the way I always kind of look at it is going into that second round, how the end of that first round looks, and the way it presents. Paige finished stronger than Molly.
It looks, yeah.
Now again, I believe Molly won the round.
Yep.
But Paige definitely looked like she finished stronger than Molly did.
Yep.
And that could be telling this early in the fight.
And Molly came out very, very, very fast. We'll see again. We'll see how that plays out with her cardio over the course of 3 rounds.
And by the looks of it, it looks like Molly's coach has not taken the ring. It's only on the apron, which leads me to
She
believe
might just have a boxer's pass book.
yeah, they might not have a coach's
Page's
red
coach, very animated.
He's making me nervous, dude.
Yeah.
What gym are they from?
Malik Jackson?
Yeah, Malik Jackson and Enzo Siciliano. If that's Malik Jackson, I would love to have that dude in my corner.
Yeah, no,
That dude
he's
is electric.
amped.
You know what, though, too?
Seconds
So
out.
as animated as he is, he's not saying a bunch of, and again, we're 40 feet away. You know he's
Yeah.
not saying a bunch of stupid nonsense.
Yeah, and that's
like he's
a lot
not,
of people make it
he's-
about them and they'll talk all
That
kinds
drives
of
me
craziness.
insane. You get a guy like that who's animated, who's passionate, and is clearly like a good coach without, trying to make it all about themselves. So right now, again, Molly initiated by pressing, and she's doing so again. She's not nearly as effective as she was in the first round. It looks like Paige is
Paige has a
starting.
good body jab. I want to see her kind of throw that straight right hand. She's measuring with that left hand.
So the issue is this, Mark, is that when
Molly's
she's
plodding forward those zombie
Yeah.
arms and kind of just
Yeah.
smushing all the stuff.
But look at when Paige is front foot heavy, she's way snappier with her punches.
Yeah,
Now,
she's got
Molly landed a great right hand over top. She's looking for it again. She's starting to flare that right hand a little bit, not like a true overhand, kind of like a hybrid straight right hand.
I'll say
where
it.
she just
Good
kinda
right hand
comes
by
over the top.
Paige there. She's got a good left hook. She missed by a good 1.5 foot on that left hook, but if she can step through on that right hand, throw a 3 after. Yeah, when she's front foot heavy, when she's pressing the action, substantially more success. Molly comes out hot to begin with.
Yeah.
You wonder if it's a gas tank issue. You wonder if it's some sort of
there's no doubt
game
about
plan.
it.
Yeah, it has
if you
to be.
look, again, now we're 1 minute in. The pace is slowed yet again, but now it's slowed earlier than it did in the
Paige
first
is
round.
sticking. She's got a really good jab to the body. She's got to follow it up with something bigger upstairs.
Paige can only box off her front foot, though.
Yeah.
When she's
She has to
she's
step
pressed
forward.
she can negate some offense, but she can't really get off on her own.
She doesn't really turn her hips over or the shoulders over on that right hand. She's really got to pop that hip on that right hand.
And it's no knock on her. Molly's doing a good job of imposing her will and really like stifling Paige's offense. This is a tough round to
I think
score, Mark.
Paige is the much cleaner boxer. I think Molly's the much busier boxer. I think you got to give it to Molly. Again, she's not going to win any beauty pageants when it comes to her boxing.
What happened? Is this a count? Why
No,
is she
it's a
looking away?
10 is, I don't know what that was.
I don't know. I think there was. Yeah, you might have got it right. There might have been a 10-second clapper that caused some confusion.
So she walked away. The ref. So when it comes to officials, so back in the day, in the early '90s and beyond, maybe late '90s, the referees could say at the amateur level, stop, box, and break. That was it. Everything else was hand signals. They couldn't touch you. You had to rub your own gloves. Now they can say pretty much whatever they want. They can tell you all the fouls. They can tell you the cautions. They can tell you the warnings. If they say break, you take one step back and you can re-engage. You don't need to stop boxing entirely. What happens at the earlier levels, boxers, if they're listening, if they're paying attention, they hear break and they think, okay, I need to separate, I need to wait
Even
for
at the
ref.
higher levels, that happens
100%.
constantly.
You'll see open level boxers do that, but they think, hey, I need to step back, I need to reset, and the ref needs to re-engage us. That looked like he probably said break, and they kind of stepped off. The ref read the room and kind of waited to re-engage them.
In terms of amateur boxing, break translates basically to like a stern, like, hey guys, like you're clearly tied up.
Get an arm free
yourself,
and start doing some work.
But you're welcome to free yourself and get to work. Don't get me
Stop
involved.
means stop, and the ref needs to actually re-engage
That was a
the
good right
action.
hand by Paige, Mark, as Molly came in. Molly doesn't care, though. So let's say this, too. Molly is eating some pretty good punches when Paige gets off, but I haven't seen her really impacted by any of them.
She looks like she slowed down early this round.
Yes. and
Molly
Paige needs
is
to take
not
advantage.
as aggressive as she was. She started out pretty aggressive. Again, she's
We start with like 30 seconds left in the first round, 1 minute left in the second round, now like a minute and a half in the third. So this is, if Paige is going to steal this fight, this is the round to do it.
She's got a good left hook. I'd love to see her bomb that big left hook. Paige is coming on here.
The first time we've seen Molly with her back against the ropes.
Paige shouldn't smother her offense, though. She should take just
Molly just bent over at the waist, looking exhausted, but
Paige is walking away. You got it.
Molly is visibly exhausted.
Paige has to
take advantage of it.
She's at least down. So the first round, she definitely dropped. The second round, I presume she dropped as well. Again, she's the cleaner boxer, but she's getting outworked, and now's the time.
Look at once again, though, Paige was able to.
She's going to make enough room.
She didn't necessarily hammer her, but at least she has forced Molly against the ropes.
Again, she's showing she's got to bounce her step, but you got 6 minutes to capitalize. Now we're up against it. You got 1 minute left.
Yeah, I'd like to see her again with Molly this tired.
How
Look
is
at
it
she's
not
turning her back.
How is that not an 8 count?
You know what it is? She's just not landing clean enough punches, Mark. Even though Molly is showing.
Paige is seconds away from getting it at scoring an 8 count.
Look at the referee is wincing. Look at his face. He's literally wincing. Look at Molly. He's so close.
Press the action. If she can get an 8 count, she could possibly win this fight. But if she doesn't get an 8 count right here and now,
10 seconds. She's got to go for broke.
And I'll tell you, most officials are told, unless it's egregious, do not call an 8 count in the last 10 seconds.
This bout might be tougher to score.
Yeah, I mean, I think Molly. So
the first round was not close.
My personal bias.
Yeah.
I don't like the way Molly fights, and I'll tell you right now.
I know what you're saying.
It was
more raw.
It was punching. It wasn't boxing. That being said, doesn't matter what I like. It's
officials
you know
don't care about your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Molly threw 1,000 more punches. She chained them together. She was consistently pushing the pace. She wasn't the cleaner boxer.
Yeah,
Paige was the substantially cleaner boxer.
When it comes to competing, if you're going to be, ugly in terms of boxing, be effective at it. And she was. You know? And again, I don't know that this was a layup. I don't know that this is a blowout.
And I'll tell you, no knock on Paige. Paige had an opportunity to close out that fight. I don't know if she knew how close she was to scoring an 8 count and possibly stealing that bout. If she loses, could be a split, could be unanimous, but that last 10 seconds, she could have done a little more.
I think Molly won. I do. I don't know that I'd be as confident as Molly, but I believe Molly did enough to win that fight. Certainly.
After 3 rounds, we go
so the coach is in the ring. That's Bush League. That's people who don't know the amateur the sport.
Yeah, they got it right. Yeah, they just yelled at the kid to get out of the ring.
Yeah, you can't. So if you're gonna be working a corner in USA Boxing, either be there before or act like you've been there before.
He's very excited.
Can't be running around the ring. You cannot enter the ring.